I did some work on the founders slash backwoods longer B word styrofoam drawing, which is based off this. I used these two Sharpie markers in order to color in the outline of the logo. Although, as of now, within the past hour or so, I've been focusing on working on the 99th Dan Hamming episode. In particular, adding new dialogue in the scene between the witness and the officers. I've been doing this by getting the Dave voice through emulating the narrator's voice app by using BlueStacks, though I've had to use BlueStacks 5 because when I tried using BlueStacks 4, because I clicked the wrong narrator's voice app icon on my desktop, BlueStacks 4 was unable to keep the narrator's voice app from becoming unresponsive due to low RAM, which is understandable. I've been running the game Stronghold Kingdoms in the background because things are currently a bit wild there. Because it's the 6th era, and when you get to the last era, it's basically a world war on the Stronghold Kingdom server. I'm currently a crown princess. I'm not sure what degree I'm at. I'm either 5th or 6th degree. I'm 5th degree. I've got 15 villages. I had 16, but one of the villages was raised by a member of House 15 because my house apparently engaged in some hostile activities with House 15. I had nothing to do with those hostile activities. As I've been losing interest in the game lately. Although currently I'm the steward or parish leader of 4 parishes: Bremen, Edwin, Nyanburg, and Oldenburg. The thing is, though, I don't really know anything on how to run a parish effectively. Today around 1 or so, yeah, the leader of a parish is called a steward, so I'm currently the steward of 4 parishes. Actually, now that I think about it, it was around noon, not 1 p.m. that this happened, but around noon, Dad and I went out first for some driving practice, during which I demonstrated continued improvement on my steering. Essentially, I'm using one hand to turn the steering wheel while having the other hand there as support.
Ty, you're doing a lot better. Your hand and wheel and turning the steering wheel is a lot better. Remember day one, you were like, oh, hands off the wheel. Now you got your hands on the wheel. You're letting the steering wheel spin through your hands, making the turn real good, going faster. You're braking. Your braking is a lot better too.
Yeah, I'm easing into the brakes more.
You got to do that a lot. Like when you're actual driving.
Oh, you mean actually on the streets?
Yeah, on the road, yeah.
Okay, I'll try and keep that in mind. Plus, today...
That's why I tell you, I got my foot off the brake and the accelerator, and I just let the car go. And then when I come up to a stop, I either easily or just put enough pressure on the brake to stop, or if I got to keep going, I just hit the accelerator very little.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. But yeah, you're doing a lot better. I mean, we've been going out every 7 days now, at least.
Pretty much. And also today, after I did the usual laps around the parking lot, you started teaching me to do a K turn.
Yeah. And what did you figure out? It's in the shape of a K.
Yeah.
Yep.
How did I do for my first attempts at K turns?
Very good. You remembered to put the car in drive, reverse, drive, reverse.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing very good. We go both one way and then we go another way because you got to know how to do it
both ways. Yeah.
And driving both ways, turning one way and turning another way.
Yeah. Also, I think I'm doing better remembering which way to move the knob in order to signal properly.
Yes.
Signal turns.
Yep. Lift it up if you want to go right. Lift it down. Push it down if you want to go left.
Yeah. Thanks, Dad.
You're welcome, buddy.
After that driving practice, Dad and I went to the King and I. Where we drank water with our Thai cuisine dishes. I got the pad thai with the extra hot and spicy level, or the 4 pepper level, 4 flame level. It was delicious. It was a noticeable amount of spice for me, although it wasn't too much for me. I didn't struggle to eat it spice-wise. Rather, I struggled a bit to eat it because the bowl for the dish was just big enough to contain the food. And we were both given a bowl and a plate to transfer the bowl of plain rice into. We weren't really sure if we were supposed to transfer our main food onto the plain rice plate. We tried to do that to an extent. Though after trying for a bit, we decided not to do that because of the risk of spillover onto the table and generally making a mess. And my nose ran while eating the pad thai, but not that much because I only really used up the one napkin I was given and a bit of Dad's napkin as I neared completion of eating the meal. Dad got a dish with a lot of broccoli, or at least some broccoli. And that came in a yellowish sauce. The couple broccoli pieces Dad gave me was good, and he gave me some of the sauce to add some flavor to the rice. Which I ignored to an extent until I was done with the pad thai. Again, it wasn't too spicy for me, although Dad said my nose was running and that my forehead was red. So I had him take a picture. And to do so took 2 attempts. Because the first time we got someone's face in the picture. After eating at the King and I, we then went to Dad's parents' place via different way because the King and I, where it is, it's kind of a bit out there for us compared to the locations we usually go within this area. And it was around the time of the King and I trip that I made the U-Cut project that served as my dinner video that I ultimately uploaded today, although that wasn't until around 6:30 to 7 p.m. When I woke up from falling asleep, essentially taking a nap on the bed within the spare room, which is what the name I've had for years for this place. We went to Dad's parents' place, although initially only his dad was there. His mom came just as we were about to leave initially. And it was because of that we came back into the house. After also showing Grandma, Dearest, the cowboy styrofoam drawing I finished on the 24th. It was then that she gave us generously this cake and these coconut macarons, or macaroons. I'm not entirely sure how it's pronounced. She made the cake herself. It's pretty good. We made some conversation, primarily between Dad and his dad. Then Dad and I went to Salvatore's. We initially got fried dough, an order of fried dough, which is something that costs $3 and isn't on the menu, so it's technically part of the secret menu. My first drink was a cocktail called a Hurricane Gal. And I ordered that drink partially as an effort to avoid getting a drink with vodka in it. It has rum, peach schnapps, and orange juice in it. Yeah, but then when I tried to get a second drink, around the time Dad and I got Dad using his basically reward/loyalty points from Salvatore's in order to get a large pizza to go, which became the basis for tonight's my dinner. It's an Alfredo base with broccoli and cup char pepperoni. Now this wipe is to get the grease off. For the second drink, I initially tried to get Polia's Dirty Little Secret, but they didn't have the ingredients for it. I guess they were missing one or more ingredients. And so I ended up getting a mule with a blueberry flavored vodka that isn't from Russia. I don't think it's even really possible to do that since the liquor stores have been, in both the United States and Canada, have been removing Russian vodka from their shelves. As well as bars too. I assume that the vodka Salvatore's has always used is from the United States, although I don't know that for sure. I didn't see any signs saying that Salvatore's, due to current events, they're no longer using ex-vodka products. So I enjoyed the drink. Dad ended up finishing his last beer and paying for everything before I finished my mule, and then we left. We arrived home around 4:30 p.m., and then I ended up falling asleep. And actually, now that I think about it again, I think I woke up around 6 in the evening. And during my nap, it went from that somewhat dark afternoon to it essentially being pitch black. Essentially, the reason why I've got so few coins and so few supplies is because I bought a city expansion that costs, if I recall correctly, it costs something around 10 million coins in order to purchase. I put the new research city expansion here so I could move this elixir manufactory out of the way. It was initially here, and it made me unable to arrange the arcane facilities this way, and thus unable to arrange the buildings so as to make room for the larger level 3 campus, which is mandatory, as well as the likely even larger level 4 campus. In order to complete the Sorcerers and Dragons chapter, of which I'm currently on this side quest for it. I'm currently here within the task sets for the Buried City quest. I currently have a level 2 Echoes of the Forgotten, although I can probably get another artifact for that monument with just some participation within this mini game. for the event. I just need some Kumari knowledge for that event. It looks like that risk was a bust. Ooh, that was a success. That alone is enough for the artifact. Oh, there's all sorts of prizes to like. Yeah, I was able to get yesterday's daily exclusive relatively easily. Which, if I recall, was this building, this wood elven ship. It might be good for updating a building. One of the non-evolvable buildings that I need to replace due to it becoming obsolete due to the passage of chapters. And another reason for why I'm so short on supplies and coins has to do with activating this research technology, which I did in order to complete an earlier side quest for this chapter.